Hey, welcome to today's YouTube Live. If you're an artist, if you're a gallery owner, this is the session for you. Today we're going to look at how to create digital replicas of artwork that people can experience in their home in a way that is groundbreaking when it comes to being able to assess artwork and fall in love with a piece. And complements an online strategy with something that will make the experience of a potential buyer very rewarding, very similar to the way you would experience a physical art piece in real life. The thing I want to emphasize today is that this is a technology that is designed for artists. What I mean by that is that it's easy to deploy. It's something you can do. You may be thinking about augmented reality as something that requires development work or only for big galleries. No, that's not the case. You can do it with the Hoverlay platform. We do work with tons of artists and small galleries that are now embracing that concept. It's affordable as well, and in addition, we're running a special program during the pandemic to allow artists and galleries to use our entire platform for free until June. That's when we think hopefully people are going to start to move out a little bit and outside and things will go back to normal. But we want to make sure that in the meantime you have the ability to deploy this technology on your site. It goes quickly. It can be up and running in half a day. So if you start today, you may have it up by Saturday and be ready to go. So it's easy to add, and then again, it can create a very exciting experience for potential buyers. All right, so let's get started and look at first what we're talking about. What's this experience? So if you think about the web today, in a digital experience, you're probably thinking about creating a store, taking photos, price, information, and all those things as you have it on the left. What I'm talking about is to take the exact same photo of your art and instead offer the experience that's on the right. So what I mean by that is allowing someone to actually place your artwork in their own space. So to start to blend your artwork with the environment in which people can actually fall in love and start to fully appreciate how this art piece will be part of their day-to-day life. And again, you can imagine that with everybody being confined at home, this is a great opportunity to offer this kind of experiences as a way to go way beyond what you would typically have on a traditional website. These new assets, we call them digital twins, have some characteristics. They're, as you saw, they are experienced through a camera, not through a browser. What that means is that the pixels that you would typically have on a photo that you use to represent your art, the same pixel are going to be projected, if you want, through the camera onto walls and surfaces and things like that. And this camera is just not your regular camera. It's a camera that understands space. So if you're familiar with augmented reality kind of in the early days, a couple of years ago, you needed to have a marker or something like that to use augmented reality. That era is over. With Hoverlay, you can, with no setup, project images, and the camera is going to compute distances from walls, scale, size, and everything, so that your artwork appears at scale. It's interactive, so people can interact with it and move it from walls to walls, repositioning on the wall. And also it integrates with websites and emails, so that when you're on your mobile site as a starting point, you can simply add a button, and that button would allow to basically go straight from your mobile site to the Hoverlay camera if it's installed. If not, it's going to take you through the install process and open the artwork right after that. So you can have a very seamless experience and transition from things you're doing today to that. Another way to distribute those digital twins is via emails. So here what you can see is an example of the same link behind the artwork digital twin being just copied in an email, and when the recipient opens the email and clicks on the button, the artwork is available and can be placed straight from the email to this camera-based experience. So now what we're going to look at is how to create one of those. Again, it takes a few minutes, and I'm going to walk you through the process of doing this manually. We're going to need three things. We're going to need the artwork image, which you probably have already on your website or somewhere on your hard drive. The size information, the physical size. This is important because that's what Hoverlay is going to use to create this twin at the correct size. And backlink information. The backlink is a button that will appear in the upper left corner of the experience that for which you can specify a link. As somebody goes through the experience, they may want to go, or you may want them to go to your website after that. So that's where you would specify the link to that. So now let's go create one of those, and we're going to follow 3 steps, and I'm going to screen share all 3 steps. First, we're going to create a channel. This is the basic place where your digital twins exist in Hoverlay. This is the main concept called the channel. Then we're going to create a twin, and then I'm going to show you how to share it and kind of get it on the phone, basically, or send it to someone on the phone. All right, so let's go create a channel. So to create your channel, you open a browser and go to app.hoverlay.com, app.hoverlay.com. And when you get there, you're going to see in the upper right corner a button called Join Hoverlay. And so when you click on that, then you can specify your channel name. So the channel name is probably the domain name that you use or your social media handle, no spaces. So use something you're used to so that you can remember and share it, and it's part of your kind of social media assets if you want as you go. And then put your email and password, and voila, you're ready. So let's move to now that you've created your channel, how to create a twin. Okay, so to create a twin, you need to go to this quick start section here. So click on quick start, and again it's on app.hoverlay.com. You're going to see this right on the home page, and then put painting on any wall. And then when you click on that, then that's where you're going to input the information needed to create your twin. So you can upload an image from your disk, or you can share a link from the photo you might have on your website. So I'm going to show you that that path. So you go to the image that you want to use, right click, copy image address, and come back to app.hoverlay.com, and you paste that link. So again, there are 2 ways to input an image if you want. That image needs to be cropped around the edges of your, need to surround, be the cropped at the surrounding of your art piece. And then you need to input the height in meters. 1.3 meters is what we're going to use here. And then finally, the last field on this form enables you to put the backlink. This is again the link that would allow you to go back to your product page, most likely, or buy page or home page or something of that sort. Again, it's optional. If it's not there, no button is going to show. If you put something, there is a back button that's going to show in the upper left corner, and you're done. That's all you need. Again, it's kind of the basic setup here that we're talking about, and then voila, you have a link, and that link is a unique link to the twin that you've created. So what we're going to do now is use that link to essentially send an email to ourselves so that we can open that link on a phone. Again, the AR experience is on a phone or tablet, so you need to get that link either through the web page you would put it on, or email, newsletter, and so on. Get it on the phone. So I'm going to send an email to myself, and again, just for test purposes. And then once you send this email to yourself, then you see the email in your inbox on your phone, and you click on it. It's going to open up the Hoverlay camera automatically. It's going to recognize the link and then go fetch the artwork and then render it in real size and prompt you to select the wall you want to put it on. Just slide with your finger to put it the right height, exactly where you think it should go, and then you can take a photo. You can look at details, get closer, and get a good appreciation for the art piece, again, in its context, in a way that's very different from what you would typically do on a small photo on the website. All right, so this is the whole process, but obviously if you have a website, an e-commerce site already, it could be on Shopify or WooCommerce, WordPress, Umbraco, whatever the system you're using, we have a way to automate the creation of the twins and the retrieval of the links, if you want, so that without having to go through the manual process, you can create hundreds of twins, if not thousands, and then reference them on your website or, again, newsletters, wherever you need them. So the interchange format that we use for that is a spreadsheet in a CSV format, so that is computer readable spreadsheet and human readable as well. And in the spreadsheet, you will add the SKU or identifier for the art piece, the source for the image, the height, the return URL, again, it's optional, and any framing information that you may want to create to add a frame basically on top of the artwork. Again, it's optional, so if you don't put any, there won't be any frame. If you add information, you can add a mat, you can add a frame, and there are different color options and sizes that you can choose from. And that's it. Then Hoverlay is going to take that information and generate the twins and a unique link for each based on the SKU and your channel name. It's as simple as that. And again, this is something we can do in, again, half a day, have this done, and so you can have your links ready and either add them to your site or start to send them around for people to look at on their wall. So we're based out of Boston, and you can reach us by email, social media, or any other way you might think of. We're used to working with customers around the world, from obviously the US, Europe, and all the way to Central Australia. So we're very comfortable interacting and giving you instructions and what you need to get started remotely. So again, we encourage you to take advantage of this offer that we have right now. This is something we're going to do for again a couple of months until things go back to normal, and we just hope that this gives you a way to transform and move into this new era that I think is going to be where this kind of technology is going to become very mainstream very quickly, and be kind of at the leading edge